Hello again, guys. This is Nandu, aka Spider-Non from Headfi, and today, by request, I'm going to do a review of the cMoyBB. The cMoyBB version 2.03. The cMoy is a really nifty device. The name cMoy comes from its creator, whose name is cMoy, and it was designed to fit inside an Altoids case or any similarly sized tin. It also comes in this really nice volume pot right here. It has a marking on it. This is the off position, and it has a nice tactile feel to it when you turn the volume pot. The audio cable I'm using is a FiO cable I ordered off of Amazon. It has a 90-degree male-to-male connector, and it is about 4 inches long. This right here is the DC port that allows you to plug the cMoy into a wall unit in order to listen without draining your battery. Although I found that with mine, I still have to have a battery inside, dead or not, in order to ground it. I tried plugging it in directly without the battery and I had no sound coming out of it, even though the LED light lit up. Inside the cMoy, there's actually room for 2 batteries, in case you're on the go. I found that one of these batteries on a full charge will last me anywhere from 3 to 5 hours. I think the Energizer lasts a little bit longer than this cheap off-brand. So 2 batteries should serve you for most of the day. Inside the cMoy, you will find the cMoy PCB board right here, a bass boost switch. This is the op amp. This version is op amp 2227. You can actually have this swapped out for different op amps if you would like. Place to put the battery. You can actually put 2 batteries in here. And on the outside of the cMoy, you get the audio out jack, the audio in jack, the volume pot, and an LED light which can be customized with either red, white, blue, or green. Blue is by default, which is the one I have. And this is a DC out, which goes to a wall adapter you can plug in. You can also have a slightly more expensive cMoy that supports recharging the batteries through this port. I have the default one. And it looks like my cMoy expires in a few months. For my cMoy, I decided to attach it to my phone via Velcro strips. I initially used rubber bands, but I found them to block the screen of my cell phone, and it made it kind of difficult to navigate and use some of the functions on the touchscreen. So this I found to be a very simple, much more elegant solution. Just to Velcro it onto my phone's case and have it be a single unit like this. It is kind of thick, but since I don't wear jeans, I mostly wear cargo pants, the pockets are usually big enough to accommodate this. Although you do get that strange square shape in your pocket from this thing pushing out against the fabric. A cool thing I found while walking around in public with this setup is that a lot of people ask you questions about what the hell is going on with your phone. So I've actually been able to use this to drive HD 800s, HD 700s, HD 650s. It's pretty powerful for such a small device. Now, it's not going to drive any of those headphones to ear-piercing volumes. I actually had both my cell phone and my cMoy at full volume in order to get a decent listening level in a noisy store. But it is doable. It's probably not the ideal way of listening to those headphones. But if you would like to have something to take out to audition those headphones with, it actually works pretty well. Now, when I first got the cMoy, I was kind of an audiophile newbie. I really didn't know what I was doing, and I was expecting this to have a significant, profound effect on the way my music sounded. Which, it has some effect, but it's not as great as I envisioned when I first got them. Using it with the V80, I didn't notice significant changes outside of using the bass boost switch, which does add a good amount of extra bass, although not really as dramatic as I was expecting, but it is there. The main difference is this volume pot gives me a pinpoint, very precise control over how loud I want my music to go. And having this thing in your pocket where it's easy to reach in and grab as opposed to using these buttons on the side, which is kind of awkward when you're walking around and your leg is swinging back and forth and your hand is trying to hit these volume rocker buttons. This actually is quite handy to have in your pocket. Now when I paired the cMoy with the M100, that's when I kind of noticed the true potential of this little box. Turning on the bass boost switch turned these things into crazy subwoofers. The bass just comes alive. And if you're listening to dubstep, electronic music, hip-hop, you're in for loads and loads of fun with that. For other genres of music, it's a bit too much for me and I have to turn it off. Although I do find it useful when I'm out in public or on the subway or something to have it turned on, because the extra bass does help drown out some of the noise pollution you get from being out. I'd also like to thank Dr. Sheep on the Headfi forums for sending me one of his extra M100 shields. I sent him one of my blue ones and he sent me one of these cool red ones. And now, oddly enough, my M100s perfectly match my cMoy. This configuration I have here is called double amping, and some people actually frown upon doing this, but because I'm an Android phone user, I really have no way of getting a line out from the USB audio unless I'm using a newer phone that's running Jelly Bean. So what I'm really doing with double amping is I'm just taking the source from the phone's internal DAC, digital analog converter, and I'm feeding it through the amplifier. The amplifier doesn't really change the sound source or the sound signature really in any way. What I've heard is a good amp is supposed to be as transparent as possible, and it allows the music to just breathe more by giving a little bit of extra juice to your headphones. And considering that both the V80 and the M100 are both pretty low impedance headphones, it doesn't change the signature that much. One cool thing I've discovered by having my cMoy Velcro to my phone is that it also acts as a pretty good makeshift tripod. I've actually used this to tape myself doing stand-up a couple times. Works pretty good. Keeps it stable, none of that crazy shaky camera stuff. And you can adjust it as you need to get the proper angle. That is my review of the JDS Labs cMoyBB version 2.03. If you'd like to find out about any more of these products, I have links in the description below. And if you like this video, then please hit the like button. Thanks for watching.